The vision for New Life is to see more people more like Jesus. This is our why, this is our reason for being. And we believe passionately that one of the primary ways we can see that vision lived out is to plant disciple-making churches, that in turn plant disciple-making churches. Back in 2006, we had this dream to see 5 churches planted by 2021. And so in October 2011, we planted our first church. We sent 40 people with Oral and Christine Battersby to establish New Life Pack Pines, now uniting North. And then 2.5 years ago, we sent out another 40 or 50 people together with Ralph and Lyndall Mayhew to establish Village Church down at Burleigh. And then early this year, in March, we launched New Life Brisbane, a new expression of church, sharing the facilities of Albert Street Congregation. And that congregation is thriving. And now we have the opportunity to plant the 4th of our church plants. 4 of the 5 that we envisaged seeing happen by 2021 when we first had this dream back in 2006. Let me tell you all about it. In 1918, 2 Methodist ministers travelled from Sydney to Murwillumbah and then a slow journey from Murwillumbah down to Tweed Heads. They discovered the church, the Methodist church at Tweed Heads, was full of young people. The church will never die out here, they said. They were also looking at Coolangatta and the possibilities across the border for the church there. And in 1919, a meeting was organised between the fences that separated New South Wales from Queensland in the buffer zone. The border had been closed because of the Spanish influenza, and so the people from New South Wales gathered in the buffer zone while a deposition from Queensland were on the other side of the fence, and they had a meeting talking about the possibilities for the church in Coolangatta. Out of that meeting, a rest home was built, a rest home to support returning soldiers from the First World War. See, the church here in Coolangatta was always not just about building a church, but about serving the community. And then in 1924, the church that is now the hall was built. And for the decades from that point on, the church here in Coolangatta has thrived through seasons as it served its local community. The leaders of Uniting Church here at Twin Towns, as it's now called, came to us last year in 2018 and said, would you work with us in revitalising this church? And so over the last 6 months, we've been in conversation with them, and they've made the courageous, the bold, the visionary decision to willingly close down their church in order that a new church might be established here. And so in early 2020, the Uniting Church at Twin Towns will close its doors for the last time. And then a week or 2 later, a new church will be established here, New Life Coolangatta. Picking up the people who are part of the Uniting Church at Twin Towns, but joining together with 30, 40, 50 other people to start a new worshiping community full of all the generations, serving this community for a new season, a new era in a growing population that is Coolangatta.